I'm bugging right now. There's no way. Well, I've got my winch where I want it. I just got to drill into the concrete, put some bolts in it, and then make sure this goes all the way around. I don't think this is going to be permanent. I'm going to get an electric one, but for right now, this is fine. It was like 30 bucks at Harbor Freight. I just got to pull a car into the driveway, no cap. So this should work. And I got a bunch of chains here in case, some long straps, so it should be fine, honestly. Just got to mount it and get the car up in here. Yo, what? This is crazy. We still got some of the burn residue in here. I think it's time to wash this thing. They're both in here. I'm excited to say that this one made it home. Oh, man. So the only thing that was an issue, I guess, is what kind of took forever is I had to mount this winch up. This took forever to drill into the concrete, but managed to get it in here, so I can't complain too much. Pretty sick. I can't even lie. I think I'm going to swap the roll bars around, put harnesses in this one, and go like full race car and just put 2 buckets, harnesses, and that roll bar. Swap them out, repaint them, and yeah, we should be kosher on that. Everything should be good. Fixed a few things, already got a list. Kind of go through this thing once and for all, but yeah, she's home. I'm excited. Got to get rid of the rep wheels. I know, 16 when I bought them. Leave me alone. Got to upgrade to something like this. Maybe when I get it running, I'll swap these wheels onto here, just because. But yeah, that's how she looks. I got to put the side skirt back on, and I think I'm gonna rewrap it when the time comes. But let me know what you guys think for colors down below. I'm so excited. I don't know where we're gonna take it from here, but I guess we'll see in a little bit. All right, guys, we are back to the usual, pulling the turbo and the exhaust out, but this time it's a fender exit, as you can see, but I'm having some trouble with it. That is what it looks like. So I pulled the turbo off with these rusty ass bolts. I don't think the turbo has been off this car for about 3 years, so finding that last night was a pain, but I do have these V-band connections that I'm going to put on the exhaust, probably somewhere up here. I don't know yet. We'll see, because it's going to change the length of the exhaust by maybe an inch or whatever that is. I'm not a welder or a fabricator or whatever, but I'm just going to throw them on, call it good. But I need to figure out how to get this out still, so I'm probably going to cut it. So let's get into that, continue pulling this apart, and see how it looks. Well, you know what they say, grinder and some paint makes me the welder I ain't. You know, for what it's worth, this is what the welds look like. I did a light test on it. They look fucking terrible, but it'll all hold. There's no light coming through it, so it won't leak. I welded a cap onto this, and I relocated my wideband bung to here. This came out okay. Mind you, I'm flux welding, so it's just this, so it's not gonna come out good. Basically just to melt the metal together, that's honestly it. But everything's pretty good, and I don't mind it. I'm not gonna put the fucking fiberglass wrap on it because it was on there before and you can see it's already kind of rusting. So I'm just gonna leave it how it is. I don't know, I might polish it up, clean it a little bit because it looks kind of ratchet. But it works for a fender exit. I mean, it'll be all right. All right, guys, got some great news. Spent $40 on an 11-pound spring for my Turbo Smart wastegate. This is the old one. I believe it was a 7-pound. Not really sure how their color coding works. It's a Gen 4. I've had this for like 2-3 years now. I think I showed you guys this. Got all these guys welded up. They should hold the exhaust gases just fine. This is my wastegate dump pipe. And then that's the exhaust right there. I also got the new O2 sensor. So we'll be throwing this in there as well. Super hyped. And then got the new battery. We'll throw this in. So we'll go ahead and throw this in here. Tighten it down. Throw the cap back on. Throw the wastegate on. And put this mess back together. I don't know why it's so sparkly. It's kind of weird. Might be all the fiberglass. Excuse the quality, but the battery is hooked back up. Everything up here is put in. This needs to be set with just normal air without being in the exhaust for the power cycle or whatever. But everything else is hooked up. Got the little beep. Might be an ignition problem. The fuel pump isn't priming. So let me mess with this real quick and we'll see what happens. Alright, so I just pulled the spark plugs out and this is what they look like. So I have spares from a long time ago and I would swap spark plugs like on the daily. I'm guessing these are fouled because they came out wet and like I think they were just coated in fuel. So it's, yeah, they don't look good. So I vacuumed this off just to get the big debris and then I stuck a heat gun in there to kind of dry it out. I'll wait a little bit. That's air out, throw the new spark plugs in, and then give it another shot. And also for the AFR gauge, I think I'm gonna flip it around because there's already a hole here and it's pretty close. So I'm just gonna make it bigger, the hole, and have it kind of sticking out of the top of the firewall. Just for ease of wires, I'm just gonna route it this way. But for now, I'll leave it like this, don't really care. Just gotta get it running first. Yeah, fired right up. everything is running good. My old temp sensor is working, but nothing else is because I'm wired up to a new switch. I think mine has been faulty for a while because everything else is hooked up for it for power. So it might be a fuse. I don't know. But windows are down now so I can get that old smell aired out. We'll let it run for a bit longer. I need to get gas for it, but I'm probably not going to be able to make it to the gas station. Probably just going to get a gas can, fill it up. The coolant temp is looking really good. It's actually below middle, which it normally has ever since, you know, we threw that radiator in a long time ago. Yeah, I'm just gonna let it run, diagnose everything once I pull it back into the garage, and see how everything's looking, do some checks on it. But just sitting out here, it's running good, idling at 1,000, so that's fine. The other one idles at like 1,300 at a, I don't know why. But yeah, I think we're gonna have to do an oil change on it here soon. So I'm just gonna let it get all the old stuff out with this old oil that's in there. Does it make sense? Not really, but I'm just gonna kind of get as much as I can out with it. But yeah, she's running really good. I can't wait to rip it around again. Just gotta get it retuned. Time for a maiden voyage, I guess. We'll see what happens. Honestly, I hope it stays alive. As you can see, still only have one gauge that is currently on. Sounds good. Aren't tied all the way, so I can't really go crazy, but it's still tested. Damn! Yo! We can hit some boost. That shit felt good. Damn, I missed this car. Everything looks good. Just gotta go over the tune, but she felt good up top. Down low is just still an issue, but nothing's leaking. It did die. I don't know why. It doesn't really like reverse that much, but everything else was good. Alright guys, so that is going to be a wrap for today's video. We got a lot of progress done on the Miata. I did run into a few issues, one of them being with the exhaust being so close to the throttle cable. Somehow it melted together, and when I was testing the ECU with my serial port hooked up to start messing with the tune, throttle got stuck open, and she was just getting all crazy. So I ended up pulling it out. I bought a new one just in case. It was like 20-30 bucks, but I have the old one sitting in oil. like a WD-40 type to see if I can loosen it up. I'm gonna have to figure something out heat-wise to keep it away or mitigate the heat away from that line. But other than that, everything ran great. In the next video, we're just gonna be kind of tidying up the car, I guess putting the body panels back on that were messed up, going underneath the car, making sure everything is good. There is underglow on it. If I do decide to keep running it, I have to relocate it because the sides, you can't see it at all. I don't even have pictures of it. It was a while ago when I put it in. But all the wiring is there. Everything's good. The gauges work, so I can't even complain about that. Still need to figure out my fuel pressure, but this is how she sits right now. The seat's out of it. You know, my favorite thing is laying under the dash with my freaking back across that little floor pan bracing right there. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you guys have any suggestions on what we should do to the car, let me know down below. Kind of open for it. Also did an oil change, super black. So happy I got that switched out. Do some 1040 in it. I'm probably gonna switch to the 2050 VR1. I don't know yet, we'll see. It's a little thick, on the thicker side. I'm sure they have like 1030, 1040, but it's online, I have to order it. Yeah, with that, I'll see y'all in the next one.